Hey team, welcome. I'm coming to you from the field today, as you can see, at a very top secret location. I'm not sure if any of you guys will be smart enough to work it out, but it is killing me that you can't be here. Unfortunately, the ground is pretty slippery and I've already had some falls, so yeah, otherwise it would have been good to have you join us. We're going to start in today's session at various points as I direct you to go do something. Just hit pause on the video and then you guys will be able to go out and do the activity, then come back and get directions for the next part. So we're going to kick things off today by heading out on a 200-meter jog. When you get back, we're going to do a few movements in place or across the floor if you've got the space. So when you're ready, press pause now and head out on that jog. Alrighty guys, so when you get back, first one we're going to go through is about 10 reps of your lunge plus a twist towards the front leg. So it'll be a step out, lunge, turn towards the front leg. We'll alternate side to side there. I did, on the way here, did have a fall. I was planning on doing a little bit of fly fishing, but I did snap my fly fishing rod. It's a bit of a disappointment. Not sure if I'll tell Lindsay tonight. They are a little bit expensive. And then from there, guys, we're going to go into your walking pigeon stretch. So just pulling one foot up and again going side to side there. Walking or doing these in position. I am in a bit of a precarious position where at any point I could fall down into the water behind me. And then from there, we're just going to go into a high knee run. So you can do this in place, or again, you can go across the floor. And then relaxing there. Next off, we're going to go through your butt kickers. Relaxing there. From there, we're just going to go into a high knee skip. So again, about 10 meters down and back, or you can do this one in position. I'd normally be jumping a bit higher, but I'm definitely about to slide down into the river. Next one we're going to go through is just a walk on your heels. So again, toes will be up in the air, and I'm going to get you just to walk across the floor on your heels or in position. Should feel a bit of a stretch through your calves. And then from there, we're going to come all the way up onto your toes and just go through a little bit of a toe walk. Keep walking on those toes. Next one we're going to go into is just your grapevine. So again, front leg in front, leg behind, If you've got more space, you can do this over a bigger area, but otherwise, just back and forth in the position you have. If anyone does bump into me in the bush here, they're going to have an entertaining time. And last couple, we're just going to go through some hamstring sweeps, so that front toe up, reaching down, getting ready to get into a fair bit of running today. Just warming up the backs of your legs. And relaxing there. Nice job, guys. We're going to get set up next for a little bit of the specific warm-up. While we do, you can just have a little bit of a look around. Nice beautiful spot we're working with here. A little bit of a rapid coming in at the top here. Phew. So the next part we're going to get set up for is 3 rounds. We're going to be going through 10 single leg lateral step-ups on each side. And then we're going to go into 10 of our side plank leg raises on each side. With the lateral step-ups, if you don't have anything safe to step up onto, then we're going to do a little bit of a movement called a reverse lunge plus a leg lift. And then if it feels too much to lift your leg in that side plank position, then I'm just going to get you to hold the side plank position for about 30 to 40 seconds on each side. Okay, so it's 3 rounds. I'll show you those movements real quickly. I don't have anything to step up onto right now, but if you can imagine, I am on a bit of a slope. With the lateral step-ups, it would be 10 on each leg. So you would do a stepping up onto your object, standing up, and you would do all 10 on one leg before you move over towards the other side. Again, if you don't have anything to step onto, we're going to do a split squat. As you stand up, you're going to lift that back leg and then return back down. So working through 10 on one side of those split squats plus a leg lift, and then 10 on the other. If you're at home, you could add some weight to those in the second and third round. The other movement, the lateral plank with the leg raise, I'm going to get a bit dirty for this one. But your side plank, you'll be down in your side plank position, and then from there we're lifting up that leg. I know you can't see my feet there, but you get the idea. So it'd be 10 lifts with one leg and then 10 lifts with the other. Alrighty team, when you're ready, head on out and work through those 3 rounds. 10 reps on each side of both movements. Go for it. Next up, we're just going to talk about our workout a little bit. So there's a couple of different options. If you're doing the unloaded program today, the body weight only one, then what it would be is a 35-minute AMRAP, so as many rounds as you can get out in 35 minutes. It starts with a 400-meter run. When you get back in, you would then go through 30 object jumps, or broad jumps. When you get done with those, it's 50 air squats, and then you're back out on that run again. So it'd be as many rounds as you could get out in 35 minutes. 400-meter run, 30 of your object jumps or broad jumps, and 50 of your air squats. I do suggest if you haven't been training super regularly, then you may look at reducing the time for this one and probably cutting it back down to that 20 to 25 minutes there if you haven't been training super regularly. Alternatively, if you do have some weights that you can use today, then what you're going to be working through is again a 35-minute AMRAP. When you get done with the AMRAP, you would then go through 30 object jumps again, so jumping over something, or your broad jumps if you don't have anything to jump over. But then you would go through 20 reps of a weighted cluster. So that could be with your dumbbell, kettlebell, barbell, those clusters there. So we're just going to get set up for some of those movements. The full cluster movement, if I can find myself a suitable object here. If you've got the one dumbbell, then what you would be looking at doing, I've got a branch here. With the one dumbbell, it would be a single arm cluster, going into that squat clean, pressing it overhead. And then I suggest you work through again 15 reps on each arm for those. 10 reps on each arm if you're doing the dumbbell clusters. Yes. Alrighty guys. Alrighty team, so for our WOD prep here, if you're going unloaded today, if you've got no weights, then you're going to start off by going through 10 air squats. If you do have a weight, then what we're going to go through, I've got my rock here, we're just going to start off by going through 5 of your goblet squats. So 5 of your goblet squats, or 10 of your air squats. Good. When you guys are done with those, we're then going to go through 5 of your clusters, so 5 of your dumbbell clusters there. So what that would look like if you've got the weight like this, again, touching it to one side, back down, pressing it up overhead, and I'm going to get you to go through 5 of those on each arm. Those of you without any weight, I'm going to get you to go through 10 of your broad jumps, and I just want you to get a little bit further with each jump there. Alrighty. Again, going into your broad jumps next, or your object jumps. If you've got something to jump over, so if I was using this as my object, again it would be that broad jump to one side, switching around and going back the other way. So I'll get you guys to work through 10 of those broad jumps, gradually get a little bit further with each one. A good goal today, if you are doing broad jumps, is probably either find something that's a little bit challenging to jump over, something like the height of a dumbbell stood on its end, or alternatively go for a bit of distance, so maybe a meter and a half on each one of those jumps. Alrighty guys, when you're done there, last of all, before we get set up for our workout, I'm going to get you to go through one more time, either 10 of your air squats if you're doing the unweighted workout, or you're going to go through 5 on each side of your single arm clusters or your dumbbell or kettlebell clusters there. Right, go for it guys. The mozzies have started coming in. I think it's about to pour down on me. Hence things are sped up a little bit towards the end here. Alrighty guys, when you're done there, again, this is probably the time when you do pause your camera again. You're going to be, pause YouTube again there. You're going to be heading out and getting into that 35-minute AMRAP. It is a long time, so just try and make sure you guys are pacing yourselves right from the start. So slow and steady right from the start. Try and see if in this workout you can start and finish at a similar pace there per round. Alrighty guys, have fun with it, all the best, see you soon. Great job getting through that one. That was a tough way to start out the week. Make sure you guys do continue to move around a bit today, keep the legs moving and flushing out a little bit. Also get some good food into you, have a good night's sleep tonight. What we're going to finish with is just a few stretches. Again, I'll lead you through the 3 and then you're going to take your own time to work through them. So the first one is just a 60-second forward fold. So you're just going to be hanging down there in the middle, getting a big stretch all the way up the back of your legs. When you're done with that one, then we're going to work through about 30 seconds on each side just of that calf stretch. So again, putting one foot over the top of the other, driving that heel down towards the ground and getting a good stretch through the back of your calves. And then last of all, I'm going to get you guys to sit into that seated pigeon stretch there, where again you've got that hook foot angling back towards your hip there, and same thing, we'll probably spend about a minute on each side with this one. Alrighty guys, hope you enjoyed the location workout today. I'm off to see if I can savor anything of the rest of the day. It started to rain now, but as you can see, pretty beautiful spot there. And my fly rod, these rocks were really slippery, is here. the end of it, you can see, is missing. A little bit broken. Have a good one, guys. I did make friends with an eel here. If you haven't seen old mate eely. Oh, no fish yet, but old mate eely's coming up to say hi. Checking you guys out. Oh, see ya. Why? It's kind of a big one.